Welcome once again, guys. Good day to you all. Um, so today's video is all about FT9ja prop firm, the prop firm in Nigeria that does what's it called again? Synthetic. That's deriv synthetic uh, prop. They give out deriv synthetic prop accounts. So there has been so many speculations here and there. So many people think FT9ja does not pay, like they are just a scam company, and they just want to collect money from people without giving them an account, blah blah blah, and all of that. However, I can confirm it to you that if you pay FT9ja, right, they will give you an account, right? They will give you a demo account, right, to trade, such that when you pass, then they will give you the real account. Now, in that regard, it's not a scam company. But I'm confirming to you today that FT9ja is actually totally a scam company. Why is it a scam company? You can never pass their challenge. Even if you pass their challenge, you can technically they would disqualify you. You understand? It is like those guys don't have money to fund anybody. They can't fund anybody, right? They can't fund you. They don't have funds to fund you. Like even if you have after passing their challenge, they cannot fund you with $5,000. It's not possible. They don't have that fund. So it's just a Ponzi company. It's a Ponzi scheme. Rob Peter to pay Paul. They don't really have funds to fund people that pass the challenges and all of that. Why did I say this? Before I narrate the incidents that occurred some time ago, when we bought a $25,000 prop account. We passed the prop challenge, but they did something. Immediately we passed, right? FT9ja sent us a mail and sent us a second chance account. You understand? That we traded the second chance account. We already traded the first chance account and we're able to pass. Okay, no problem, right? But they now sent us, immediately they found out that we passed, they sent us a mail, right? Giving us a second chance account details. Then we started trading that. We couldn't pass that. Then we went back to complain to them, like, we already passed this thing before. They said since we already traded the new one, the old account is gone. It does not matter that it's a mistake from their end. They would not just be able to give us the real account, blah blah blah, and all of that. I tried my best and see what we could do. They never agreed to it. Now, what's really happened this time around is today is the 5th of today is 5th Monday, 5th of June 2023, right? And something horrible happened again. Now, we got um an account from FT9ja again, as usual. We wanted to use this account to test them out to see if it's a genuine prop firm or if it's just a Ponzi scheme. We found out that it's a Ponzi scheme, and I'll show you why. Now, we we traded this account and we passed since on Saturday. On Saturday we made a profit of um 1,300. To pass this $5,000 prop account, you just need to make a profit of $1,250. So we made a profit of 1,300 and something dollars, right, by Saturday. Naturally, we should have just stopped trading the account and then just giving it done. We just give it to them. But FT9ja has a rule: you have to trade for a minimum of 10 days. It does not matter um, that you pass before 10 days. You have to trade for a minimum of 10 days. So we continued trading, right? Then on Sunday we made a loss of $150, right? Then on Monday, which is today, we made a loss on the account. Now this is the loss right here. Let me show you the loss right here. We made a loss of 280 minus $228, right? Now all these losses are still from the profit we previously made. Remember, we made a profit of $1,300, right, by Saturday, and now we made a loss of 2,208. Now, the starting equity of this account as at today Monday, is what is minus we started the equity we started with was exactly $6,000, right? And for you to eat daily drawdown on a $6,000 starting equity, that means you would need to make a loss of what? Of minus 300. Make a loss of minus 300. Immediately you make a loss of $300, then you have eat daily drawdown, right? Okay, now having that in mind, so I deliberately chatted them up. I sent them this message. Kindly help me confirm the drawdown on this account. I gave them the account number. Thanks. And this is what they gave me. They brought out this analysis, right? According to this analysis, what FT9ja is trying to tell me is that from our 6K, right, there was a time when our balance reduced to $5,500, right? Meaning that there was a point in time when we made a loss of $500, right? Okay, so um, this is it right here. For this analysis to be true, that means we must have made a loss. We must have made, for this figure to be real, this $5,534, right? That means we must have made a loss of from $6,000. Remember that the starting equity was $6,000, right? Okay, now starting equity was $6,000. For our balance to get to 5,000. Okay, for our balance to get to $5,534 at any point in time, that means we must have made a loss of about $500 naturally. We need to make a loss of $500 for our balance to get to this point. So now I now did something, right? I did something. Today's loss generally is minus $228, right? All right, so that is how much we have made. The loss we have made today altogether, right? That is minus $228. Now look at this. I am going to scroll down very slowly because I want you guys to also check this out, right? I want you to also do your calculation on your own later on. Do the calculation on your own later on, right? So check it out again. Please help us with this calculation and let us expose these people together. They are a scam company, right? The profit we have here now is what? Is minus 228, right? If you check how what we have here, you find out that there is no way we could have made a loss of $500 on this account as at today, right? Now let me show you why. Look at the losses we had. Big losses, minus $50, minus $64, right? Now look at the profit we had. $9, $17, $6. Compare the profit, right, to the losses. You find out that the losses outweighs the profit, right? The losses actually outweigh the losses. Now FT9ja is now claiming that, number one, we have made a loss of $500 today, right? That is number one. Then number two, they are saying that according to what we have here, they are saying that at some point today, our balance reduced from what? From $6,000 to what? To $5,534. Now, logically, I wanted to look into it together. How is this possible logically, right? At some point, okay, look at our equity as of now. Our equity is what? Is $5,763. That's our equity right now. $5,763. That's our equity. Now, at some point today, we already made a loss. Our balance, right? Our balance already reduced to what? To $5,534, right? But mysteriously, that same balance has increased back to $5,763 without making any profit at all. All we made was what? Was just losses, right? So what they are trying to say, if we get them logically, is that what? Is that this loss right here, right? This loss right here added to this 5,534 when you added the loss. You understand? Loss is minus, right? So I don't know how they did this. They added the loss to this. Then we are now here, right? We are now here. We are on 5,000. Like, these things is just technically impossible, right? It's just technically impossible. Let me come again so that you guys will understand what I'm trying to say. FT9ja is saying that at this point, right, that our balance at some point in time, our balance, if you know much about Forex and MT5, our balance reduced from $6,000 to $5,534, right? Meaning that we made a loss of about $500, right? I am now saying no, it never happened. I was on that account all through. I could see everything that was going there. Nobody can tell me anything about that account, right? That I don't know about. The balance reduced from $6,000 to $5,534, right? Okay. At some point. Now, the equity presently is what? Is $5,763. Equity is $5,763, right? So we didn't make any profit at all, right? All we made was a loss of what? Of $228. Now the question is, how did this $5,534 here mysteriously increase itself back to $5,763 with a loss of what? With a loss of minus $228. I want you to do these mathematics together. I want you to add it up together. It is technically impossible, right? Now, this company is a scam company. Do you understand? They are not real. It is not a prop firm. You understand? They only scam people. So I'm going to, immediately I share this video, make sure you share it everywhere on every platforms, Facebook and all of that. Make sure people don't fall victim of these guys. You know, I've referred so many people to these guys, only for me to find out in the long run that they are just scammers. Right? They just rip people off their real funds. They don't have any money to fund anybody with. Everything that was done on these accounts was deliberate, just to catch these people, right? We made a loss of $228, right? Our equity reduced. Naturally, what really happened on this account is that our equity was on $6,000 as at today, right? 6,000 and something dollars or thereabout, or somewhere around 6,000 and something dollars. If you remove $228 from $6,000, what are you going to have? You're going to have about, let me see, 6,000 minus 200 is what? Is 5,800, right? Then this 28, what do we have? It will now give you 5,760 something. That is exactly why we are having this figure right now. So we made this loss away from 6,000 to arrive at this figure, right? That is exactly what happened. So I don't know how FT9ja now mysteriously got this kind of analysis they are sending to us, that at some point the balance reduced to $5,534. It is technically impossible, right? You cannot increase, like, if this balance at some point increased back from 5,000, if the balance at some point was this amount, then it increased back to this amount, right? Then it is not possible for us to have loss here. What we are going to have here is what is profit, right? That means, okay, we now later on we now made profit. You cannot be on loss, right? You cannot be on loss, and at some point previously your balance was on 5,500 and something, and it has increased back to 5,700 and something, and you only had losses, no profit. So I don't know who is going to explain this to us. These guys are just scammers. Please make sure no other person falls victim of these particular guys. They only rip people off their hard-earned money. You understand? They are wicked people. They don't have any money to fund you with and all of that. They are just wicked persons, right? Now, I am not talking about this equity here. They said the equity also reduced from 6,000 also to $4,433. For this to happen, for this particular thing to happen, right? We are going to have to make a loss of minus from 6,000 to 4,400, means that what we must have made a loss of minus 1,000, right? Minus 1,000 $600 and something dollars, right? Minus 1,600 and something dollars. But equity is not something that is confirmable like balance, right? The balance, look at balance. This profit here, until each of these trade close, when each of these trade close, then it's displays on the balance, right? All these minuses you're having here, immediately you have those minuses, they come and reduce from this balance. You understand? But equity, I mean, when you are trading, yeah, it's just technically impossible, right? It's technically impossible that we started with an equity of $6,000 today. We are presently on $5,763, and with all these lot sizes here, with a loss of $228, right? The account also reduced from $6,000 to $4,433. These guys are just bringing up false, what's it called? I told them, whatever software you are using to analyze this thing, put the software aside, log in this account on MT5 also, and check this thing out yourself. But they refused to check it out themselves, right? Because there's a way they already calculated these things. Like they already structured it out. Right? They already structured it out to make sure that it's already prearranged, to make sure that after they input the information, what happens. Um, After they input the information, you understand, they would have done the plus and minus, and these things will just automatically reflect. Not because you are making those losses, not because you have lost these accounts. So right now, we have lost money to these people. Why? Because they are just dubious persons, right? So I've been explaining to the guys since login on MT5, blah blah blah, and all of that. Look at my plenty messages, no response, right? So the only response we gave said, "Do you know the difference between equity and balance?" I know the difference between equity and balance. You have to be a forex trader to be able to analyze this thing I'm analyzing. These guys are a fraud. Are you aware that drawdown refers to equity, not balance, meaning that it takes into account the floating trades and close trade. Both floating trades and close trade, these accounts never at any point in time today reduced from $6,000 to $4,400. It is not possible. It never reduced. Are you aware that your trading history takes record of only your close trades? Yes. And according to your analysis here, this thing right here is saying that what? Is saying that our balance has reduced to what today? It has reduced to $5,534 today from $6,000, right? So how is it possible that with this loss right here, no profit at all, right? So how did this guy increase back from 5,500 and something to 5,763 from 6,000, right? From 6,000 it reduced. First of all, it reduced to what? It reduced to according to what they are saying, from 6,000, this balance first reduced to $5,534, right? Okay, and now the balance is on what? Is on $5,763, right? Okay, fine. For your balance to reduce from 5,000 from 6,000 to 5,005, you must have made a loss of what? Of $500, right? Guys, please check this out, right? I did something. I took all these losses here, right? I did not touch the profits. I took all the losses here. You see all these profits, I left them alone. I took all the losses here. Please let me also do your calculation. Pause the video at any point where it is necessary, then do your calculation so that it does not look like I'm doing the wrong calculation. So I took all the losses here, then I calculated only the losses, right? And when I calculated all the losses, what did I have? I had a loss of what? 260. That's when let us remove the profit, right? Let us just remove the profit. When we calculate only the losses on the closed trades, right? The loss is what? $263. What time did you start trading on this account today? Started trading at what? At 2:03 a.m. That's 2 a.m. in the midnight, right? A new trading, according to FT9ja, their new trading day starts from 12 a.m. Even if it is 1 a.m., right? We started trading this account from 2 a.m. So you can't carry over something from the previous day. And even if you carry over something from the previous day, there was no time we hit any overall drawdown. So even with this, right? Even with this, we did not eat what's it called? Daily drawdown. Because for us to eat daily drawdown, we have to make a loss of what? Of $300, right? This is only the losses that we made. I did not have the profits to it, right? And even with this, right, we did not hit $300. So how the $500 loss came to be, I don't really understand. So maybe you should help us ask FT9ja. Those guys are going to put so many people in trouble, right? They are going to make so many people lose their ad funds to them. So let us make sure that they are not able to scam any other person apart from this, right? Let us make this their last Ozika. So I'm going to run a campaign very soon. I'm going to make them more popular than they already are. So maybe people don't know about them before, but so many people are going to get to know about them now. But it's going to be a negative publicity. You understand? So as they are getting to know about them, they already know, okay, they are avoiding them. So we are going to do a review very soon where we are going to now bring out the real prop firms that you can trust, the ones that have money that they can use to fund you. These ones don't have any money to fund you. They just want to collect your application fee, and once they do, you can never ever pass their challenge. Even if you pass, they'll make it technically impossible for you to have passed the challenge, right? So beware of FT9ja. It is a very fake what's it called, prop firm. It is not real, right? So thank you guys. If you have any questions, if you want me to give you the account login of these accounts so that you can verify it yourself, you can go back to the trading history, check it out. Was there anything like a loss of $500? There was nothing like that. So these guys are just fake. They are not real and they are scammers. So please, guys, you have to avoid them. Thank you, guys. Till we meet again. Goodbye.